So I'm Natasha. I'm a food blogger, and I started my food blog in 2015. My main focus on the blog is baking. I like baking a lot. I've been baking since I was, 13, 14. And in 2011, I also started a bakery business. It was online. I made a commercial kitchen, and so I had bakers coming in, and I had staff helping me with that, but I started last year. So I have been baking professionally since 2011. But have been baking since I was 13 or 14 years old. So I really enjoy incorporating different ingredients into baking. Yes, of course, with baking, I mean, it's a lot more dessert. Okay. But yeah, all the bread and like the cheeses and pies and whatever else that I can, the savory pies, the galets, everything. So I quite enjoy that.
So are you used to have to do partnerships with brands or with companies or association of producers?
Yes. Not too many. Again, because I like to work with companies that appeal to me. There is the financial part of it also, which both of us must agree with. But apart from that, I personally, if I collaborate with anybody, I want to be very confident that I like that company, those products, because I don't, if I'm going to put it on my blog, if I'm going to put it on social media that, look, I'm using this, it has to make sense for me first, and consequently for my people who very kindly on social media follow me, and I don't want to do something because of just money or because of just the excitement of doing collaboration with the company, big or small, it doesn't matter. I have to like the product. So I do it, but not very, very often. So I'm very careful in choosing whom I work with.
Okay. So, the value, the philosophy of the brand, we need to match with your values.
Yes.
Okay. And if we speak about cheese, what is your opinion on European cheese? Do you like it?
A lot. I'm very fond of cheese. I like cheese in little bits and parts. I'm not a big fan of lots of cheese and lots of melting cheese and everything because that's just too heavy. I am fond of cheese. I like to add it to my sandwiches. I like to add it to I could eat a little bit of cheese every day and be really happy about it. For me, a good bread, a piece of cheese, a glass of wine, and I really like that. I quite enjoy it. And I have been fortunate because in tasting different kinds of cheeses, European as well, because when I was little, my father used to travel a lot to Germany, and so my parents are very fond of cheese also. So we tried whether we knew the name at that time or not, but we tried different cheese. And I lived in Moscow. After I got married, I got to eat more cheese there. And then I lived in the US for 8, 9 years. So then again, different varieties of cheese that my husband and I, for us it was every Friday or every Saturday. We go to Whole Foods and we pick a new wine and we pick a new cheese.
Oh.
So even if it gets like a little bit, but we will try to do that every week if we could. So yes, I enjoy cheese a lot, and I'm lucky again. My kids love it, so we do sometimes get 2-3 types of cheese, or even if it's just one kind of cheese, sometimes we just sit around the table and we have some grapes and some nuts and some nice cheese. So we enjoy it, and we enjoy eating the cheese as it is. A lot more than necessarily putting it in a lot of dishes. So we do that as well. I like to cook with it also. And we like to eat it in different parts.
Okay, great. And are you used to receive information about European cheese, or it was the first occasion that you had worked, because it was a workshop?
Yes.
It was the first time?
Yes, this was the first occasion to work with European cheese. So I haven't worked with any European cheese before that.
Okay. And regarding this event, I have just one question to ask about the event. Because in India, we have a part of population who eat, he doesn't eat meat and replace by cheese sometimes when they can afford it. And is your case or not? Do you want to replace meat by cheese or not necessarily?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. So in India, typically when we talk about replacing meat with cheese, is more with what we call paneer, cottage cheese, which will, cook with it. We put it in our gravies and we have it in our, the Indian way. Sometimes we grill it and or put it in salad and put it in different rolls. So I think that's how typically that's how meat is replaced with cheese. So not so much with say your elemental or cheddar. It would be replaced with paneer, the cottage cheese, right? So but we don't necessarily do that. For me, paneer, there is a distinction again between making paneer, which we all love, and eating the cheese, because making really similar, but I think the starting point, when we're talking about milk and some acid and everything, right? But then the cheeses generally do get aged or fermented and whatever the process is. With paneer, it's just cooked fresh, fresh, and then let it drain for a while, and then you add it to your curries, and you cut it into cubes, and grill it, take it, add it to your curries. So for me personally, not necessarily. Not necessarily. So if I'm also I am lactose intolerant. So I have to be careful with the amount of cheese or milk products that I am intaking. So for me, if I don't feel like eating meat, I eat vegetables. So for me, it's that, I will not sort of think about meat with cheese.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay, great, I got it. So, if we speak about this campaign and this event, how have you heard about this campaign, Europe Home of Cheese?
The agency got in touch with us.
Okay.
Lady Tarunji, she got in touch with us and she told me about this campaign. She told me about the cheeses that were going to be involved, and I thought it was a very interesting idea because the cheeses looked familiar, they sounded familiar. It's not that I've not eaten them, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to get into? No, because I knew what I'm going to get into.
And how many cheese, European cheese, do you know?
How many?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
For example, do you know Brie, Camembert?
So I know Brie, I know, what's the other one? The Brie which looks like Brie?
Camembert?
Camembert. I know the Roquefort.
I love it.
Roquefort, and then you have the Elemental, which we use called the Swiss cheese, the whole cheese. And then we have Manchego, which is the Spanish. Mascarpone, which is
Italian.
Mozzarella. And then you have the focaccia, burrata, Italian, and cheddar, of course, Gouda.
You know, a lot of cheese.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm 100% sure I'm missing out on some. Probably,
no problem.
I'm forgetting the name. Gloucester, it's more British.
Okay. I just wanna.
Getting the name.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know this Gloucester baby.
I'm forgetting. Yeah. I mean, I know, but then there are times that I don't remember the name. So these are the ones that we have been eating and enjoying.
And when you bake, what kind of cheese do you use?
It will depend. Sometimes I just use the simple processed cheese that we get in the Indian market because that's very easily available and it's not really expensive. When I am making sometimes in salad, I love to use a little bit of Gouda. If I'm doing like a grilled cheese sandwich, then I love Emmental in that, and I love even cheddar in that. So I think really will depend on what I'm using it for. I would use feta in salads also. I would use feta for the dishes. If I'm doing some type of quiche or a savory salad. Sometimes, feta is interesting, depending on what I'm cooking really. I just did the mushroom quiche with your Emmental.
I saw this photo. Oh my God.
So good. It was just so good.
I saw the photo in your blog. Oh my gosh. Oh. It's so tasty.
It melts so beautifully. So sometimes if I have access to different kinds of cheeses then I will use. So if I'm going to use even on pasta, it depends on what kind of flavor that I'm going for. Sometimes I want a little bit of thick, and so then I will use maybe an aged Gouda if I can get. If I want a little bit of yellow one, then or Emmental is nice, or a little bit cheddar. Sometimes I like sharp cheddar because that also is got a lot of flavor. We are huge fans of camembert and brie. So I like to bake them with like maybe sometimes a little bit of so bake it when it starts melting. I take it out and then I put a little honey and nuts on top, or maybe sometimes just a small drizzle of olive oil. Sometimes and I just put garlic in it and then bake it. And so we eat
tasty.
Yeah, even the kids. So if there is brie or camembert in the house, it means it's a party.
Okay.
It depends. It really depends on different on different recipes. It depends on availability.
Is it easy to find
go and buy from the market? And if not, then the processed cheese.
It's easy to find European cheese in Indian supermarkets? Or just in Delhi? The shop. Like
the bigger shop now, yes.
Like Carrefour.
So we would get it in like a big shop like Food Hall or Golden Bazaar, or maybe have a Lamarche. So the big stores do carry it, and it is accessible, but it's not available in smaller stores.
I think it's easy to find European cheese in high-end stores or normal stores.
That's correct.
Okay. And if I speak about this event, so you have participated in this event. Natasha, could you describe this event very briefly?
It was lucky. It took me by surprise with how much fun it was, and 45 minutes flew by, and I'm forgetting the name of the cheesemonger who was talking to us. He was wonderful. He was so engaging. He was funny, and very informative, but without throwing a lot of information. So information that you can. He talked about it in such a fun way that it was it's easy to understand, it's easy to retain what he was saying. So it was great. I loved it.
So then you sent to a kind of box with samples or not? How it was?
So the day of the event, event was actually at 6 o'clock. So I got a really nice box, a platter with Rockford, I think there was three, I can't remember, I'm forgetting, either of the two, and there was Elemental, and then they had nice jams and some nuts and crackers. So I got a beautiful box. So all I had to do was open a bottle of wine and for the event and listening to him and keep tasting. So yeah, it was the box, also the platter, the box, whatever, was also put together very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to taste everything. So they, so it's like we keep it with some dried pineapple, with some marmalade, so however he was suggesting. It was very easy to taste it as he was tasting it.
Okay. So, tasting cheeses during the workshop.
Yes.
Sorry. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you have to explain it and so on.
Yes.
How to pair, how to associate. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And why did you decide to participate?
In the workshop?
Yes.
Because I love the cheeses, and I did already 2 recipes using the Happy Cow cheese and Elemental, and I really liked them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to see what else. It's fun to learn.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, it's fun to learn. It's nice to know a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what was the purpose of the event, according to you?
I think it was more to introduce the Indian audience to different kinds of cheese, to open the palate
Mm-hmm.
to a different flavor than what we are used to, most of us are used to, right? The smell, the flavor. I think also a little bit about the quality of the cheese, talking about the, again, it is that the cheeses that you're talking about are a part of your culture. I think it is an introduction to, a little bit of an introduction to food of your culture.
Mm-hmm.
This is it, I think.
Okay. Do you see any negative things in this event?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that maybe some people did not enjoy the cheese because of unfamiliar taste.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
Okay.
I think the idea was to get everybody to taste even a little bit and see what you like, how you can use it in different recipes. Like I said, it's an experience, right? It's an experience to touch, see, smell, taste.
Sensorial. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a sensory experience. And but yeah, I wouldn't even call it a negative because I wouldn't call it negative at all.
Okay. And would you say that such campaign is useful to inform consumers in India on European cheeses?
I would think so. I don't know the extent of the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the event I participated in, maybe there were 10 or 15 people.
Okay.
So I don't know how many people you reached out to. So yes, this was interesting. So that next time any one of us is going to a supermarket and we want to pick a cheese, whether it is to for our own party, maybe for gifting, maybe for cooking with it, maybe for making a recipe with it on our blog or on social media. But yes, I think these are nice because it kind of opens your mind to trying something different.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would be useful.
Okay. And Natasha, according to you, what are the messages behind this campaign, even this event? What is the messages behind this campaign?
again, like I said, introduction to the country, spreading the word about your different kinds of cheese, how it's made, about the quality, about the flavors, and yeah, because the more you talk about it, the more people taste it, the more out of say 100 people, maybe 50 people love it. So those 50 will go and buy it. Those 50 will go and look for that happy cow cheese to put on their toast in the morning. Right? So, yeah, it is, like I said, I think it is really introducing new flavors and new taste to us, to people. And again, when you talk about how he would be talking about how many, and a little bit more information about what these cows eat, what kind of grass or what kind of feed they are fed and everything. So that also goes a little bit in creating consumer awareness about how cheese is made, can be made, and are we doing that here in our country too, right? Because we know, and consumers, most of us don't think about where is this cheese or where is this bread coming from. We just pick up the packet. So when we have somebody talking about it, explaining that, 500 liters of milk go in making this cheese, and these cows are fed, I don't know, corn and blueberries, for example. That's why I'm just giving an example, right? And that's why the cheese is a little fruity, or because of this, or that there is aging. So I think it just goes in creating that experience in the consumer's mind. I think it's also creating consumer awareness about how it is made. And, you appreciate things more. So,
Sure. Often people prefer traditional things, or organic or natural and so on. Okay. Did you speak about this campaign to people around you, or did you post something on your social media channels during or after this event?
I did. Soon after the event, I was taking some pictures and then I put it on my Instagram stories, and it still got a little bit of that relevant cheese, and I'm still talking about it. So it was good because I already had worked with it, so I know I had the mushroom fish on my Instagram post, and I have another recipe that's coming up. So I was glad to kind of tie it all together. So I also did the workshop, I also worked with the cheese, I also created 2 recipes. So I'm happy to talk about it. And
I'm seeing your fish. Oh my God. It seems so tasty. Oh. I tried it. I tried to bake it. Maybe in the weekend because we have 2 kids. It's just impossible when they are at home.
I know. How old are they?
So I have Olivia, she's 3 years old, and Rafael, 2 years old.
Oh my God!
Almost a baby. So it's hard to have a time to when they are at home. So we prefer dishes when they are at home, like pasta, salted vegetables and so on. Easier than to cook something more elaborate. So when you have time in the weekend, you prepare a quiche or a pie, a salty pie. And when you have time, normally in the weekend. So, Natasha, we are finishing the interview. Now I have your improvement ideas. To say that the event or this campaign could be improved.
I thought it was very well done. I had a good experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about how the experience was with other bloggers, but my experience was very good. I think it would be also interesting maybe to do something in one of the high-end supermarkets where it is selling, to do maybe a limited number so that people can also buy it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Maybe workshop
because of COVID restrictions and everything. One is good to be careful. But it could be maybe by invite and have different kind of recipes so that people taste one or two, like a tart or something which has been made with that cheese. And then the cheese is right there, so if you really like it, you can buy it. So, because I think you are looking to obviously sell more in the market, that is something that would work nicely. And also, I can't think of any other way apart from,
Okay. Would you like to participate again in future events related to European cheeses in India?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have expectations from the organizers of the campaign in terms of information, messages? What could they do?
I think it was nicely done. I really have to. No, I think it is a good job.
Okay.
I can't find fault with it really as such. And but I think the campaign should be done in a little bit more sort of a sustained way so that it doesn't lose its momentum. So if you take it in a continuous sort of a manner. So if you are doing it now, then they continue. And for say 6 to 8 months, instead of doing it now, coming back again and starting after 6 months or 3 months, because memory is short for people.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
The sustained way, continuous manner, like it's a 6-month campaign, 8-month campaign. It's nice to do something like that. I think.
Maybe implementing events more often.
Yeah.
Okay, and to finish, you said about a kind of event in the store, but what communication actions would be more efficient to promote European cheeses in India? So you said about if it's in the store, and what else? Maybe more partnerships with bloggers.
Definitely, and also, social media is huge. It's a really huge way to get through to people. It could also be not just with food bloggers, it could be even with maybe like a lifestyle blogger.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people who are interested in the lifestyle bloggers also because, they're the ones who also know how to decorate really nicely and, present beautifully as well. So I think you can see that reach within the social media and all of these big stores in any case they have list of their regular clients.
Mm-hmm.
And they can send out messages that we are having this event, or they could also do it by invite. So we are, as a special customer, we are inviting you. So that is something that could be used as well.
Okay. So for me it's okay.
And hotels. I think collaborations with hotels and night restaurants.
Okay.
Where it could be like with any one of the hotels, it could be like a European cheese event.
Mm-hmm.
So
the hotels now in India are closed or open?
Open.
Mm-hmm.
Open. So it could be, again, it is, you are anyways appealing, Erica, to the slightly higher end of the society because these cheeses are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So these people will go to a hotel as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice hotel and the chef has made 20 things with your European cheeses. And you have anchors as well. And you have somebody who's very fun and talking about it. Shorter talking periods, more eating, and again cheeses that people can buy.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I think that would be really nice as well. So it could be with a nice restaurant, it could be with a hotel, with stores, and different bloggers. I mean, food bloggers for sure. I would say even lifestyle.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. So for me it's okay, Natasha. I have all the information that I was looking for. Do you want to add any comments or something that I didn't address?
No, you're very thorough.
Okay.
Very thorough.
Okay, great. So I need to say again, thank you so much for your time. And I'm finishing the interview because I have people from US because it's a huge campaign in US, Canada, India, Taiwan, Singapore, Vietnam, and Singapore. So I'm finishing all the interviews, and then I will be able to tell to our clients how efficient was this campaign and this event.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for including me.